Hey guys, Frank here, your virtual general aviation aviator, and today I'm going to do something way different than what I normally do. I am going to do a talking head video because I got something that I want to say, albeit it's not something that I think that I enjoy, that I'm going to enjoy saying, but it's heavy on my heart, and won't. I just want to share my experience with you with explain.org, um, which was one of my favorite websites. So, so I joined explain.org probably about a month or two after I installed Explain from explain.com, laminar research product. And I started out like many of you did or will, by posting a question and just trying to figure things out for Explain. And for most of us, the fastest way to figure things out is to ask somebody. And explain.org, in my opinion, proved to be a fantastic site uh, to to get to get feedback from folks. So I discovered explain.org forums long before I realized that they had a store from which I could purchase products to enhance my sim. But once I discovered explain.org, their forums, their store, their community, it was off to the races. For me, explain.org was my favorite website on the internet. It was a website that I would frequent often, virtually daily, whether I had questions that I was seeking an answer for, whether or not I was looking to provide some feedback for some of the other people's answers. I don't know what's going on with this image here, but a lot of times I would just come in and I would look at the latest posts, and if there was a topic that I thought I could chime in on, by all means, I would. I was truly a part of the community. Um, let's see, let me get here to my profile. Um, let's see, it looks like, well, my original uh, ID, handle, what word am I looking for? User identity, and there's a word that I'm thinking of that I'm trying to think of, but anyway, uh, was virtual GAA, but I've changed it to Been Sanctioned because that's exactly how I feel, that I that's that's that has happened to me. Anyway, so my content count is over 700. Looks like I joined April 1, 2017, and I have been active in a number of forums. Um, Again, let's see my activity. I guess this is my activity. So, I've got 28 pages of activity. I've learned to download stuff from the community. I never really used the calendar, but for me, the forums was a big part of my X-Plane flight sim experience until, okay, so somebody created this forum here, or some developers active, and he wrote originally, I've had two occasions to buy planes with defects, for example, sound problems. There doesn't seem to be any response from the developers, not just me, but other customers. I'm getting the impression, hopefully wrongly so, that when you buy an aircraft, you're pretty much on your own. I'm also seeing some developers with no updates to aircraft and et cetera, et cetera. Um, and of course, the forums are open, and I read, I go through and I read other people's comments, and my, sorry about the dog, he's a vocal fella, especially today for some reason. But in any case, this guy says that a lot of developers are small teams, single people, life happens, lose interest in the flight sim world, some pass away, et cetera, et cetera. And, for which I agree. Um, you, let's say, it's a sad situation these days. Developers are leaving for the new Microsoft Flight Sim. That is true, but some of the best ones are staying. Um, and uh, on and on. So I'm not going to go through every post, but let's see if I can't scroll down until I get to my first post. Been sanctioned. All right. Um, Actually, I had a post prior to that, but that has been deleted. Um, so uh, Pee Wee said, something. I made a reply to this guy, and he replied, explain and and uh, explain that or completely different entities, not forms, and you know, and I basically what I the what I was saying in my post was that I thought that explain.org could do a better job in providing users with oh man, they actually, I had about 4 or 5 posts here, and they have deleted every single one of them except one, probably about 5, and the other 4 posts are gone. But basically what I was saying about explain.org is that they could do a better job in their store. So let's go to the store. Um, and let's look at the Phenom. I just bought this plane yesterday. Um, and I was loath to buy it at explain.org because of the way I was treated. I felt like I was treated so unfairly in the forums. But basically, they've got these tabs here. What I was suggesting is that they could give users a way to post reviews about the aircraft before they buy. And that would give users the ability to weed out developers, or at least alert potential buyers about developers who actually work hard to support and deliver a good product versus ones who just put a product out as primarily a money grab. Now, I did mention in one of my posts, that I realized that it was in explain.org's best interest to make a sale regardless of the quality of the aircraft, because they get a percentage of every sale. Um, and and next thing I know, I go back and I have a message where I've got this warning. Okay, let's see if I can't make this a little little larger. And this just hit me out of the blue. It says, uh, penalty. Well, you must acknowledge this warning before posting again. So obviously I couldn't make any more posts without acknowledging the warning. And I read the warning, content moderated indefinitely, which means that before anything I write going forward, before it get posted on the website, uh, some moderator will have to approve it. And then Nicholas, let's see, I think his name is somewhere here. Anyway, the the guy who wrote this was Nicholas, or is Nicholas. But anyway, it says, note for member. Before you bash us on our site, you certainly know that this forum is very open and you can find any information you want here. No, the store does not have fake reviews. I know for a fact that some other stores have fake reviews. I'm pretty sure you get help from the store each time you ask, right? If we are bad, why are you here all the time? Just to insult us? Now, this guy was obviously offended. And I said, oh my God, he must be talking about some other user, because number one, I never ever said nor implied that explain.org put up fake reviews. One of the other guys did say in response to one of my comments that if they allowed users to put up feedback, you could get some fake reviews. So I read this and I said, gee whiz, maybe this guy's confused and this was meant for someone else. So I proceeded to go to Explain and look for the moderator who actually posts this, who actually sent me that information. Unfortunately, it looks like let's see, moderators. The moderators are, well, suffice it to say that I couldn't find that moderator. So I sent an email. I went to, I found the email address, I think it was under Contact Us, and I followed this link and sent an email. Actually, I think it was to, when you open this up, I think it's going to go to, no, it was members at explain.org. And so I sent an email saying, hey, I did not bash. Please review my posts. In fact, let's see, I should have that email in my sent item box. So hold on, guys. I'm going to pull up that email. So through the miracle of video, I am back with the email up, and this is what I said. It said, sirs, I got this warning attached, and I'm not sure why. While critical of the Explain store, there was no bashing on my behalf that I can recall in my piece. There was no bashing on my behalf that I can recall in my posts. Will you review and show me the offending posts? It is my intent to be a valuable resource to the forums, as my history can attest. And I never heard back. And I still am under this sanction, let's say if I wanted to post, we go to the forums, grab any topic here, and let's see. Let's say I want to chime in on this guy, and I wanted to place post that says your content will need to be approved by a moderator. Now, obviously, I'm upset that I've been sanctioned in this way. So, like I said, I did buy the Phantom, the Phantom 300 from. Uh, I did buy the Phantom 300, and I did have a question. So I did have a question that I wanted to ask from the developer, the Phantom 300, and I'm under pay forums, commercial vendor support, Aerobas. And let's see, so if I, and this was a couple of days ago that I posted this, but let's see if I can find it. They may have deleted it. Obviously, they deleted my posts. And the question that I wanted to ask, has anybody figured out a way to, oh, let's see, no, that's not it. I can't believe that they removed my question. Anyway, so suffice it to say that they are super, and I do mean super sensitive about what they will allow and how they treat people who may be critical in the least of them. And you would think that a website this large with this degree of popularity wouldn't be so sensitive. And so the question that you may wonder, had I known that they were so sensitive, would I have been so critical of the store? And the answer is yes and no. I still believe that they could do some stuff to make sure that when I buy a aircraft in the store or anything from their store, that I can look at feedback or get some idea how well the product is being supported. The answer that a lot of the old timers on explain.org like to give is that, well, if you want to see how it's supported, then you go to the forum, go here, and comb through these forums to see what kind of support you can get. And do you really want to have to do that before you buy an aircraft? I mean, wouldn't it make sense to be able to click on this review here and get some objective user reviews? And that's all I was asking for, suggesting. But apparently, well, I don't get it. So the question becomes, well, I know that I can't get support from explain.org for my purchases unless I create abandon this profile and create a whole brand new profile, which I may do because I do, if I buy something and I have a question, I do need to be able to get an answer for it. Okay, so I look at that primarily as a short-term fix. I don't intend to buy products from explain.org unless it's the only place that I can buy products from. In fact, I even sent Arabas a question asking them if there was any other place where I could buy it. I know I can buy the Phenom 300 from the org store. Are there any other venues where it can be purchased? And he says no. Um, so, so in business school, I've learned that that if somebody has a product that's successful, there's always somebody out there who's trying to build a better mousetrap. And if you can build a better mousetrap, then generally the customers will come. So I've been asking myself if I want to attempt to build a better mousetrap. Now, I am a website developer, not developer. Yeah, well, I I do I do host websites, and I use content management software to build websites for a handful of clients occasionally. Um, and I am asking myself if I want to attempt to build a better mousetrap. So the answer to that is I'm really thinking about it. Problem is, I don't have the wherewithal um, to sink the money into building the website. Now, even if I were to build another website, the question becomes how to attract developers, how to get them to support the website in terms of allowing me to resell their products, and um, how would support work. Um, the whole purpose of building another website is to be able to allow them to support the products, and whether or not what I wouldn't want to do is forward them to explain.org for support. In fact, um, when I first started with explain.org, they did not have this little disclaimer here: not affiliated with Laminar Research or Austin Myers, creator of Explain. I suspect that Laminar Research forced them to put that there because of these kinds of things. And in fact, I also have found that there are other people who have posted in other websites about how rude some of the moderators can be, and that kind of stuff. Um, I keep getting these notifications because I've got a ton of posts that should age out on explain.org. But I digress. So to build a competing or not necessarily, if I do take on this challenge, then I won't take it on to build a competing website, but a better website. Um, I know that for some aircraft, I can buy the aircraft at other sites, like Just Flight, for instance. I can get their products from a number of sites. Uh, the question, I would have to, if I did build another website, then I would have to make it attractive enough to get a critical mass where developers would feel like, hey, it's worth me putting my wares out on this website. Uh, in terms of costs, the there are two, but there are some costs, primarily web storage costs, because if I build a website that's really popular, then it probably would need to be powered by Amazon Web Services, AWS, on the back end, so that it does not crash when all of you guys visit it at one time. Anyway, I am going to stop at this point, um, but the the point is that that explain.org right now is pretty much um, the only show in town. Uh, in Las Vegas, they are the only one with a casino, or they are the only Las Vegas, and there is no Atlantic City. So right now, the question that I'm asking is, can I become an Atlantic City to their Las Vegas? Um, and I want your opinion. What do you guys think? Would you guys like to see a another website, or do you feel like, get over it? Um, and if you do, then that's fine. Everybody has their own opinion. So anyway, thanks for watching, and thanks for letting me rant. I do have this speech impediment where some of the words that I'm thinking come out differently from the time they leave my brain to the time they hit my mouth. Anyway, um, so let me know what you guys think.
Y'all come back now. Cheers.